Hello guys and welcome to Total War Shogun 2. We have another PvP battle today. This one is a siege, a 2v2 siege. As you can see, Chosokabe, that is me, teaming up with T-Master, yes, T-Master, playing as Oda. Really big surprise considering usually our most likely suspect to playing Oda is, oh look, Oda himself, Dr. Dave. Let's take a look at the battle today. We're having a siege in Kyoto with me and T-Master defending versus Demolocus, who is already, and Dr. Dave attacking. Let's take a look at what Dr. Dave has brought over here. Bringing Oda his classic Naginata warrior monks, some bow warrior monks. I don't know why he has them facing backwards. Let's see, more, wow, he went really heavy with the warrior monks. I still don't get why all the bows are facing backwards, though. What was he expecting? And some Naginata warrior monks facing backwards. He was clearly expecting, like, ninjas or something to be back here. And like, truly, look at this fucking formation over here. Fire projecting mangonels, the general, and 3 units of fire rockets surrounded in a formation by the Oda Longyari Ashigaru. This is absolutely insane. All of them in formation. All of them pikes sticking out. This is absolutely nuts. He went really heavy on his defensive formation, which is so weird considering it's an offensive siege. He was just really scared of ninjas or flanking cav tactics. Let's look at what Dema has done. He has gone Usegi of all people, and he's brought some Marathon monks backed up by Bow Samurai. Mixing units up here. Fire rockets in the front because, wow, they all just really love fire rockets. His general, let's see, more Bow Samurai, more Marathon monks. Very uniform army here. And these fire rockets have already opened fire on 2 units of T-Master's bow cav, which have been placed outside the front here. Let's take a look at this. Now, this is sort of based off of what me and Dema did, although we planned this out a lot more precariously from the get-go. It was more on the assumption that they'd both attack from the front, like what happened last time at Kyoto, and what I basically told T was go all in on this area. I will defend the rear. No matter what happens, I will defend here. And as you see, I have nothing here to start. But let's look at what's up here. So in the front, I, with Chosokabe, have placed Matchlock Ashigaru in the front of each line. Just 1 unit on each side. Backed up by Oda Longyari Ashigaru with pikes right in their backs defending. Oda Bow Ashigaru for the extra skirmishing lines behind each set of pikemen. Benki's Blades, a very interesting unit choice here. Oda Yari Ashigaru in the rear, nothing too special here. Katana Samurai, just in case we need some melee. And then let's take a look at the second layer. Katana Samurai, Chosokabe Bow Samurai, sorry. Katana Samurai, Chosokabe Bow Samurai in cover. His general, Chosokabe Bow Hero. My general, Katana Samurai, Chosokabe Bow Samurai. And yeah, just more of this. More of this up here, as well as some light cav, it looks like. Kind of keeping some more defenses up here than me and Dema kept when we defended Kyoto. But over here we have Yari Ashigaru of mine, in formation, defending these areas with his Katana Samurai, filling in between in these interesting choke points. And this area is just completely undefended, which is really interesting. And do keep in mind, I told T, I will defend this side. You put everything here. And let's see how this plays out. So right from the get-go, not good news for these cats. That's a really bad wake-up call. Like, literally first 5 seconds of the battle, and T has lost, like, 60 people. All of them part of these cav units. That is a huge loss. The fire projecting mangonels have opened fire immediately as well. Fire rockets are going for the archery towers, our frontline defenses over here. with fire projecting mangonels have really aimed right for like my general and whatever he can generally hit back here. But as you see, he did take out a good number of the general's guard, and he's going really heavy with the fire rockets, and I'm sure the same's happening over here. Maybe the bow cav have run off. These guys were looking like they were going to go try to attack, but they kind of pulled off. Yeah, he's really going all in, trying to get rid of all the archery towers over here. Probably the gates are going to follow. He's really just not wanting any resistance back here, Dr. Dave. Dema is moving up to the beachhead with his skirmishers, supported, at least on one side, by his marathon monks. The bow cav over here are just kind of running over to Dave's side now. And over here, every single archer tower is dead. He's actually, in fact, maybe unintentionally hit the gate over here. Not the best situation. I do have Katana Samurai up there. I don't want them being here when this explodes. Would you have any movement over here? Very little, very little. Fire projecting mangonels, that's what's doing it. He's just really trying to pepper away the defenses back here with fire projecting mangonels. Not wasting any time. And over here, the Usagi Demolocus moving up with a whole host of his skirmishers, like his entire army. This is a lot faster of a start than the last fight over Kyoto. General moving up to the beachhead to provide morale support. Very interesting. I don't know what his, he's charging in before even going for the defenses, unlike Dr. Dave. Unlike Dr. Dave, indeed. Dr. Dave's just going to really kill what he can before charging in, and losing 10 units here, I decide, ooh, well, more like 18, I decide, nope, this is enough. We're backing up off here. Yeah, because now he's getting the fire rockets into range. I'm deciding to pull all my units out of this area. I'm deciding it's not worth leaving them in this area, not the light cav, nothing. I'm pulling everything back. Back to the other side. Dema has moved his fire rockets up now and is aiming for this line of defense. Again, just wanting to kill as many as they can before actually charging in. Not the worst idea. They're being really quick about it. The skirmishers have moved up. Right now they're just taking arrow fire because he's choosing to use his offensive siege equipment on our defenses. Our defending units, sorry, rather than our defensive emplacements. They're wanting to get as many kills as they can with these siege units rather than opening up places for them to attack and progressing their siege. And so far, other than the retreat up here to move these guys over here, we're mostly just sitting here and taking it. Even his general, we're just kind of sitting here letting them fire at us. My matchlocks are actually charging forward now. And his skirmishers are wasting no time opening fire. Look at this. I believe I called this charge forward. I believe this was my choice. I believe I'm the one that told me and T to kind of charge forward and do this. And we're getting up here in position because he's just sitting here, taking his time. So I was like, okay, let's charge forward and fire onto him while he's taking his sweet time. And let's see if we can see. Yep, immediately affects Matchlock Samurai, firing down into the very poorly armored marathon monks. Yari Ashigaru coming up here to support. These matchlocks already slaughtered just because of the amount of skirmishers he has. But we are kind of forcing his hand here. He has to charge because he doesn't want to take damage over here. And he is charging in, going for the gates, going up the walls. This has put him into full attack mode. Dr. Dave back here is lagging behind, choosing to focus his skirmishers and his fire rockets on what defenses that we have set up over here. And I'm just kind of sitting here and taking it, letting him go ahead and use his ammo, use his fire rockets, let it focus on Yari and these rear defenses rather than waste units. We've ended up committing these Yari Ashigar, and while they're getting slaughtered by units that they're way outmatched by, we have forced him to charge in and stop playing Dr. Dave's game of artillery in a section where we have most of our defenses. And now the Bo Ashigaru are opening fire on these units that have come over the walls, and it's also causing them to rout when mixed with the units we sent up in the beginning. At the moment, we are losing. We are losing. Me and T-Master are at a definite disadvantage. We're losing a lot more units than we're killing. That is a definite fact.
Our entire unit has perished, my lord.
Over here, I've moved some units off to the side. I believe each side, yeah. Katana and Chitsukai both samurai to be a bit more versatile over here. He's just moving these units onto a wall to kind of spread them out, I believe. Because that's who Dr. Dave was aiming for. I'm actually moving these units back over here to give Dr. Dave something else to shoot his fire rockets at. Because it is in my firm belief that if I keep units up here, he's going to keep wasting time and ammo shooting at them. Because he's using his skirmishers too. He's going to keep shooting at them rather than actually charging in. That is my firm belief at this point in the battle, and it's proving true. And we want to stop him from charging in so that we can focus on Dema before anything. And we have set up Oda just regular Yari, Ashigaru right here in the middle, and Dema has senselessly charged in his Yusegi Marathon monks, getting skirmished down and getting just running into pikes. It's really not a good situation for him. Over here I have my Matchlock Ashigaru, my last remaining one, running around the side here. And over here, now this is actually a really sad moment. Dema is experiencing a pathfinding glitch here, where his general disobeyed his orders and is trying to pathfind itself from here all the way around out here and then back around for no good reason. This is a really, really unfortunate moment. But despite it, everyone agreed to just keep the battle going as it is. Not realizing that this was a pathfinding glitch at the moment, I kind of noticed this and decided, oh, you know, I need to do something about this. And I think momentarily I take my matchlocks and I order them to run into melee against the general, I believe. Yes. I just told them to really just charge in with their swords rather than fuck around trying to shoot him. Get the general into melee, kill him while we have a chance. Supported by the archery tower even. Let's take a look at this front line. It's not doing so hot. Katana Samurai charged up. Really, we're just sending like waves of units at him. Not the smartest thing, but we are getting a chance to use our skirmishes to whittle away at him. Here come the long Yari moving up to get in there. The bow samurai taking this moment to expend as much ammo as they possibly can, and it's just not the best situation. Benki's blades charging in ahead of the long Yari to distract the bow samurai, to give the pikes a chance to get in there. Really smart idea. And the bow samurai are running away. He's actually running them away. The Benki's blade charge, really ingenious move right there. Really effective. Surprisingly, despite this wave-based, unstable front line, his units in the front are actually just wavering like crazy. His general's not out of the line yet, so this is not because he lost his general, because he has not lost his general yet. The charge of Benki's blades and these units, and now my matchlocks over here to the side, I guess I had one more than I thought, firing into the rear, broke this entire front line, amazingly. Over here, the general is about to die. Long Yari came in to assist, and now it's dead. So, surprisingly, some of these bow cav are still up. He's done some skirmishing in the background. If you take a look at the situation right now, Dema has actually just lost most of his units. Simply by putting most of them here and getting them surrounded, especially, and shot into its rear, and then charged by certain hero-type units, he's actually really hurt himself. Especially with this skirmishing coming in with the bow cav, this was more rear fire. He just kind of caused a mass rout that he wasn't intending. He's lost most of his units. What's left is some marathon monks that are just completely scattered. And what's left charging in over here, some bow samurai. In like the blink of an eye, this overwhelming front line of his units has been whittled away by constant front line charges and then rear line skirmishing. It's pretty impressive. Over here, Dr. Dave has finally gotten, we barely paid attention here, he's finally gotten into, yes, this part over here, and it really took him a while. His allies dead were halfway through the battle. The distractions worked. The Yari Ashigaru are moving up to try to get into his units here on both sides. This one's sitting in front of the gates to stop him from charging in. He's wasting no time sending his skirmishers at it. These are some of his units, I want to say. It's hard to tell because, no, these are some of T's units. T's units are running in here into his Oda Long Yari, that are in formation that my Yari Ashigaru were fighting, actually. Actually, just holding them right here. But yeah, he's gotten through the gates now. And other than some remnants of Dema's army that we're trying to deal with, like, because he does still have some units, we're mainly down to this, and because of that, we're starting to split off units and move them and get them back here to deal with the other full army literally on our doorstep. My units are just slowly getting kind of slaughtered. His katanas, yes, his katana samurai are in here trying to fight off Dave's units. His skirmishers have literally just gotten wiped out. This bow cap from the beginning with some more fire rockets. And here we go. The katana's charging into the fray. The pikes that are still in formation. That's not going to be very good, but he's charging in anyway. And he does have a superior melee bonus technically, but the long reach of these pikes is going to put him at a very clear disadvantage. Oh, what's this? They left their formation, it looks like. Some of them did, not all of them. Some of them are still in formation, slaughtering T's units. But over here, oh yes, and now the Bow Ashigaru and soon the Bow Samurai are going to be firing into this mosh pit of long Yari Ashigaru while the other melee units hold him here. My Yari Ashigaru charging in, I believe, while still in formation. Either way, basically canceling out the enemy's formation to some extent. At least one of the units. Yari versus Yari. His sticks are a bit longer here, which is unfortunate, but here's the situation we have here. Let's take a look back over here. What units I had here have died, and he's now charging in. I'm moving my Katana Samurai up to support the skirmishers that are over here. More bow cav coming along. And now he's shooting fire rockets into this fucking mosh pit. And here we go. Naginata Warrior Monks charging into my Matchlock Ashigaru. That's unfortunate. I think we're charging in more units here too. I can't even tell. Bow Ashigaru charging in. It's a weird amount of units. Katana Samurai maybe in a minute. But we have another melee confrontation here. This one not nearly as bad because it's not Long Yari we're going up against in the front line, but we don't necessarily have the best units here. And this, despite having wiped out Dema, keep an eye on the balance of power. We may have a bit more in the way of units, but we're not fighting the most easy to win battle right now. With him easily being able to, like, stick pikes in our face. But over here we've actually chased him off by sheer overwhelming with skirmishers and other units. I'm falling behind here. We have won the battle over here for now. He has more units out here. A lot of them aren't. Some of them are starting to regroup over here. Some matchlocks and bow warrior monks. Mainly skirmishers over here. And I believe in a moment here, if they're not already, T's actually about to try to charge out and fight them out here. General's chilling over here. Fire rockets, bow warrior monks, and now he has gotten into our final layer of defense with some Oda, long Yari Ashigaru that are in formation. That is very, very dangerous. All we have up here we go, some Chosokabe Bow Samurai, katanas. You know, we don't have necessarily stuff to deal with this up here. We were more concerned with these sides and dealing with Dema. We didn't keep defenses over here because of his fire rockets, but here we go. My skirmishers immediately firing into the lines of long Yari Ashigaru. Katana Samurai charging up ahead, right into the long Yari. Now, while not the best move, this was intentional. This was literally just to make it so that his Yari could not charge in to my, well, anything. While I get the other Samurai around the back to get a flanking bonus. We ended up meeting his Naginata Warrior Monks as well. Really interesting situation. I wanted the bows, to be able to fire into his units, and I'm setting up even more back here. Now you can see this even from down here. We're using our skirmishers to fire up into here because we know this is really what matters the most. Especially with these long Yari up here. It's really rather not the best situation that they're up here. I've moved 2 Katana Samurais into this mess, in fact. And the bows, I've actually moved back here to get some like rear shots here. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see it. Let's see it. Fire. Come on. Come on. There we go. We got one arrow we saw. But yeah, that's the situation. Let's take a look at what's happening over here. Looks like we haven't won, but we've pushed back a lot of his units. My Katana Samurai up here engaging his Bow Warrior Monks. When he's down to skirmishers, you know we did something right. He has more and more, he has actually melee units now guarding the flank of this area as T-Master tries to flank him over here. Has T-Master charged out here? No, he is not. General still safe. More skirmishers and melee units making their way up. This battle's not over yet, boys. Skirmishers firing in. Dave was trying to be as cheeky as he could, really. Oda Long Yari Ashigaru really tearing up the katanas as you would expect them to. Most of them just standing back like, we really don't want to charge into this shit. This really is not what I signed up for. My flanking charge of katana are being finally killed off by the constant reinforcements Dave is sending in here. The victory point is right here. My general here. T's general here. We don't have much else left up here. It is getting kind of close. As you see, my units are starting to rout. He's now charging his Yari Ashigaru through, and they're landing on the victory point, guys. 50 seconds. He has captured the victory point. We have 50 seconds left until Dr. Dave and Dema take this battle through just a capture. I see this and desperately try to charge these katana over here, but they are getting stuck on the long Yari Ashigaru. Not the best situation. And I went ahead and actually used this to get their fronts facing this way and then charge my general into their flank to try to deal some damage. Naturally, he's turning to look at my general, so taking some losses, I do turn and move my general out of there. Katana's actually now done with these guys over here. More healthy katanas. Anyway, charging into these guys, and they actually just broke. They actually just broke. The long Yari just broke. Barely just managed to get them out of there with some very cheesy plays of surrounding them, buffing my own units with rallies and inspiring them to deal more damage is what I just did here with a mixture of my general and this nearly depleted katana samurai while using my archer as well to fire into them. Barely managed to rout his long Yari and make sure we didn't just lose to a cap there. That was honestly really close. And let's take a look around. It looks like everything he has in here is dead. All that's left is his general by the looks of it. His general is charging back in for honorable death. And if you look at the balance of power with barely any time left in the battle, 3 minutes, it's finally coming to a head. And just like that, it looks like me and T have eked out a win. A very interesting situation. Now, if you look at how many units we have left, it's not that it was a close battle. We had plenty more units left than he did, but he almost eked out a very strategic win with some very good choices there. Now, I think they would have done a lot better if they moved as a group. If they both attacked at the same time, if they both followed the same tactics, if they communicated better, I think they could have won that very well, because that initial part of the fight where they were just tearing down our units with fire rockets, that was kind of devastating. We were in a situation where we had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, so we were charging forward. And if we didn't charge forward, they probably would have kept doing what they were doing, and we would have lost. But because we charged forward, we kind of provoked one of them into attacking so that they wouldn't lose units. That would be Dema. So that he wouldn't lose units, we provoked him into attacking, and it got him to die. He did lose his general in a very poor situation, but that did not cost him to fight. He still had his general before everything and after everything pretty much routed. The general dying was not a game changer, which is the main reason I'm still showing this off. If Dave took that opportunity and charged in instead at the same exact time, instead of delaying a couple minutes, and if Dema had not taken the bait and focused on skirmishing us down rather than charging in and getting in there so that we couldn't skirmish him, then I think it would have been an easy win for them. But let's take a look at the kill board now. Chosokabe Bow Samurai on my side with some Katana Samurai. Very surprising for sacrificial pawns. If you look at my kill board, you would honestly think that we didn't really do that hot. You know, we're deploying a certain amount of units and we're not exactly getting that much back in most of them. Let's take a look at T's. T-Master. Where's T-Master? Here we go. He got some real good kills with. This was on the front where I told him to focus when I charged my matchlocks forward to lure in these guys, and Dema charged in. That was the real strategic play. His units he had in the front are what got like a giant chunk of these kills, as we can see. But if you take a look at more than half his army and more than half of my army, you'd think we did really poorly. But it was these strategic plays that caused routing. Let's take a look at Dema's again with the skirmishers, the fire rockets. All the units that got to get kills before the actual engagement. Dr. Dave as well. Look at the bow warrior monks. Look at how many kills they got. Just look at this. Long Yari Ashigaru in their formations. Even the mangonels. Absolutely insane. They definitely almost won this in several ways. It was a very close battle for the first half of it. Towards the end, while there was some very interesting strategic plays, it kind of became a bit more one-sided. But that's it. That's the battle. That is the final 2v2 of the Shogun 2 series. We have one more battle before we move on. So, hope to see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.